The battle between Hitomi and Tiger is getting more intense by the second, but things decide to go into a completely different direction when Kido shows up, and we finally get to learn what type of brute he is. This is the episode of Killing Bites that made me ask myself, what the fuck is a pangolin? I had no idea what a pangolin was, and what I love most about Killing Bites is not only is it just super gratuitous in terms of the violence and the sex and everything, but it's actually kind of educational when you want to learn about animals. It's just awesome. I had to go look up all types of pangolin videos, and basically a pangolin is a armor-plated armadillo. Kind of like a mix between an armadillo and an anteater. It's basically exactly what it is. It looks like a freaking dinosaur turd. It's able to roll up into a ball, and it's covered with these super spiky scales, which are supposedly impenetrable, at least within the world of Killing Bites, because Kido is half man, half pangolin, and man, he looks awesome. For the most part, he only attacks with just his tail and defends with his hardened skin, and he makes both Tiger and Honey Badger, Hitomi, look like complete fools in this episode. He's definitely one of my favorite characters from the series, and I can't wait to see more from the crazy armor-plated Captain Planet of the series. That being said, most of this episode is of course dedicated to the battle between Hitomi and Tiger, which is basically just more of the same thing of him constantly coming in, trying to bait an attack, dodge it, and then Hitomi gets hit and then she gets up again. It's kind of just more of the same, which honestly is kind of disappointing, but I do love the moment when we get to learn that this big attack that he's been using over and over again is something that even Leo has been able to defend against, but only 2 times. So this is like an opportunity to see if he can take down someone with a third attack. Leo's the only one who's been able to take that many, so here it comes, the big attack, and that's when Kido comes in and actually interrupts the battle. This is when Kido just brings all sorts of pain down on This is when Kido just brings all sorts of pain down on everyone. The image of him walking in on Tiger with that massive armor-plated tail just sort of like hovering over his body is so freaking cool looking. And man, he just makes everybody just look like a complete chump, especially Hitomi. He just completely annihilates her. His main motivation, of course, is that he cares about nature to a point that's kind of strange and borders on obsessive, but he also considers Hitomi like a freak of nature, a crime against nature, since she's half human and half creature. It's kind of contradicting that he's like that too, but whatever. That's not what's part of his vendetta. He's been sort of subtly manipulated by Yoko as well as Leo. So basically what we got here is this super brainwashed hardcore zealot who is also half armor-plated creature and almost impenetrable. I can't wait to see more of what he's going to be capable of. As at the very end of the episode, Tiger plows right into him like a freaking linebacker and actually manages to knock him down. But that's when he gets up and goes into his full form, where he's just covered in armor plating with glowing green eyes, and man, I am excited to see this guy in action. But there's actually more to this episode, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in the rundown of this week's episode of Killing Bites. So this episode was just Hitomi versus Tiger, just some more super awesome scenes like we saw from the previous episodes, and we got to see Kido come in and display what sort of animal he is, and it did not disappoint. What I love about this series is you always expect the animals, which are always known to be super strong and powerful in the series, to be that way. But what I love about this show is that they've taken animals like the rabbit, the honey badger, the pangolin, these weird, small, weak little creatures, and they end up being like the strongest things that we've actually seen in the series, and it's really surprising. Another thing that's surprising about this episode is outside of Kido revealing his form and Tiger versus Hitomi, we got another battle, which was between Rabbit and Civet, and it was surprisingly awesome, and it was also filled with more ridiculous over-the-top fan service and weirdness, like the fact that Ui is actually more susceptible to the pheromones which are released by Civet, which causes her to go into a hormonal rage, wanting to make babies constantly. Since she's a rabbit, that makes sense. When people have sex, they do it on sort of like an awkward yearly basis. When rabbits do it, they do it all the damn time. It's all about preserving the species and pumping no one out for Mother Nature. It's really funny, but she actually is able to fight through it and manages to dig a couple holes, even trapping Civet in one, where she falls down and gets buried in hilarious fashion. So, we just won a battle as far as I'm concerned, and that's pretty freaking great right there. That being said, this was an okay episode, which I think was, again, more of a build-up for the reveal of Kido, which now we got this big, massive battle going on between all of these characters, and, you know, I mean, Tiger's probably going to get a few licks in, but I have a feeling Hitomi's just going to come in and bring the heat Super Saiyan style. I can't wait to see it go down. I mean, of course she's going to deliver her classic line, whoever has the sharpest fangs wins. That's what Killing Bites is. It was almost disappointing to not hear it this week. You could turn it into a really fun drinking game. That being said, it was another fun, super stylized episode, and it's definitely worth checking out if you're looking for some fun action that's a slight bit trashy, but still pretty freaking fun to watch. It's Killing Bites, and this was a 4 out of 5 episode. Check it out, guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts about the episode, especially about the reveal of Kido in his pangolin form, and what you hope to see in the upcoming battle with him and Tiger and the Honey Badger Hitomi. So tell me all your thoughts, comment section below, keep the discussion going. I'd love to talk with you guys about it. Thank you guys for watching this review. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys next time, and as always, stay down, baby.